All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to week 5. It is Sunday, at least in Oklahoma. It is nice out and just enjoying some NBA playoff basketball. I've got my Thunder Trailblazers game paused right now so we can do this meeting. So let's get to it. Let's share my screen. Just got some information to share with you here, and we will move on our way. And like I mentioned last week, hopefully everybody's beginning to notice that the format on these different assignments are kind of similar. So once you start really kind of hitting your groove on these, you should be good moving forward. So as we look into reflections for week 4, I want to really encourage you, if you were still losing points on APA, go back to the week 1 Zoom video and go to the part where I talk about commonly made APA mistakes. Because what I'm still seeing pretty consistently is mistakes with hyperlinks, overcapitalizations, silly things like putting the author's full name, forgetting the publisher's city and state, stuff like that. So go back to that week 1 Zoom meeting. If you're losing points, stop it. Go back there and fix those mistakes. Be sure to always look at the feedback that's given, because if you lose points, there's going to be a rationale as to the why. Now, as we move into week 5, 6, and 7 in our assignments and discussion posts, what I really want to do is get you to stop writing in the first person. I know that when you look at these assignments that there's really that draw to want to be able to put in your own opinion about things and kind of state things from your point of view. But if we're talking about graduate level professional writing, you're not going to write in the first person. You're not going to say, well, it's my opinion, or I believe that, or at my school, or I think. You don't write like that. You're going to write it in an objective sort of in a manner where you're not the focal point of the writing, okay? It's not about you. It's about the content. So moving forward, what I really want to be able to see in both your discussion posts and your assignments is for you not to write in the first person, but instead really place a greater emphasis on utilizing scholarly resources to back up any statements you may have that are opinion-based. But now, you guys, for what you're doing with your scholarly evidence up to this point, it's been really great. And so I want to applaud everybody in the class for that. But I want to take you to that next level. So as you move into the other coursework here at St. Thomas, it's not going to be such a culture shock for you to move away from writing in the first person and into a more objective, professional, scholarly-based writing behavior. So one more time, I want to remind everybody that the assignments that are due this week, this Sunday, have been extended. So you'll still have your initial discussion posts due on Thursday, but your 2-pair responses and your weekly assignment will not be due on Sunday. They will be due on Tuesday the 23rd. So you get a couple of extra days so you can spend Sunday with your family and not have to worry about the assignment. So just keep that in mind as you're going through work. Now, you know, I've got several of you that are completing things early, and that's phenomenal. In fact, that's even better. Ooh, I've just noticed that for the past 2 weeks I've been spelling deadline correctly. Ooh, that's going to really bother me. But anyway, so, you know, I always encourage people to submit things early. That way you don't have something looming over your head and you can truly enjoy the holiday with your family. But if you need that extra time, it's going to be there for you. All right, so the discussion for this week, I'm going to be reading an article about a very interesting situation where there was a school, and this I think was back in 2008 though, which makes it even worse, where the school was built for $198 million. And so I want you to read through that and really consider equity for a little bit, and whether it's equitable for some students to attend a school of this stature while others attend schools that are in disrepair. And why or why not is that? Now, automatically, if you're like me, you probably automatically lean into, well, no, that's just preposterous. I can't believe that we would have, you know, within a state that we would have a school, one single school getting that much money spent into it while other schools need so much more. But I want you to really, really try to look at this from both sides of the perspective here, okay? And in your writing, try to display that a little bit. Try to display a little bit about why this is okay, why it's not okay, and then you can dig a little bit deeper into which pathway you would like to go down. But like I said before, I want you to really push not to write in the first person not to make it so opinion heavy and make it more focusing on scholarly evidence that's out there, okay? So just like always, your initial post due on Thursday, two peer responses due by Sunday. Make sure that you have at least 2 academic sources cited within your writing, and it's at least 200 words. All right, so we looked at a video with a teacher who was pushing a student. That was for week 4. Now this week's going to be another one that kind of falls in that same area. So you have a video to watch about a news report of a teacher who cut a student's braids when she was playing with them in class. This was a first grader. And so I think you can take away some of the stuff that you learned from the week 4 video and what you wrote about and really even amp it up that much more for week 5 here. So what I want to know is, what's your reaction to the video about a teacher who cut off a student's braid? And do you feel that the principal in the school district handled this unacceptable situation appropriately, or why or why not? Now, I think when you watch the video, at least for me, I didn't really feel like they necessarily said what's happened to the teacher, just what they're currently doing right now. Like, it did not definitely show the end result. So you may even want to go a little bit further and talk about, what should be done. And keep in mind, like I said, for some of you who submitted your assignments for last week, is that there's only so much that you as a principal can do, that then you have to take it up to the next level. But maybe there's an opportunity here where, if this happened in your school, what could you do to be able to make this a learning opportunity for everybody involved. So think about all this, just like your last week's paper and the one before. It should be 1 to 2 pages, APA formatted. You don't need a title page, but you do need a reference page. Make sure you get that APA 6th edition in there. And just like I said with the discussion post, do not write in the first person. And really, I know this will be another one of those where you probably will feel very outraged about it, and you'll want to make this opinion heavy, but try to back up any of your opinion-based statements with scholarly evidence, and really kind of think about things from the Maslow's hierarchy of need, trauma-informed education, all those different areas that are out there that can kind of help you. So that's what we have for this week. So you know the drill. After you finish watching the video, please post a reply so I know that you've seen the information. If you have questions, don't hesitate to send me an email and let me know what's going on. And otherwise, I guess I will speak to all of you after Easter holiday. So I hope you have a great Easter holiday and you enjoy this time with your family. And don't work too hard, okay? We're in spring now, so enjoy it. And I will talk to you all next week. Take care.